Imagine that convention goers are pretty excited for tonight.
Yeah, Mika, you said it. They are very excited. You know, all week, people with the Romney campaign really been working to rally the GOP base here. A lot of attendees here at the convention already ready to go to the polls, just wishing it was already November. And that includes someone who is very close to Mitt Romney. To most Americans, he is now presidential candidate Mitt Romney, but to this man, he's just dad.
He's a dad. I think like a lot of dads out there, he loved his kids and worked hard and tried to provide for us and gave us good education and good opportunities in life. And well, he's dad. What can you say other than you love him?
We spoke one-on-one with Tag Romney, the eldest son of Mitt and Ann Romney. The couple has 5 grown kids and 16 grandchildren. Tag says what most Americans know about his dad is from what they see on television. What they don't see, he says, is
just how generous he is and how good his heart is, how much he wants to help other people, and just how kind he is.
As you can imagine, Tag says it's been a whirlwind of a week for the Romney family, and though he may be a little biased, Tag says his dad's got his vote.
He's the right guy for the right time. It's the nation has a lot of big problems right now. 23 million unemployed. My dad, he's the right guy to get in there and fix it, and I'm excited to be able to vote for him and hopefully have 50.1% at least of the Americans vote for him as well.
And from family man to political candidate, coming up in our next half hour, we're going to talk to a senior advisor with the Romney campaign to find out how they plan on convincing voters that Mitt Romney is the man for the job. For now, we're reporting live tonight in Tampa at the site of the 2012 Republican National Convention. Greg Angel, WTXL, ABC 27, dedicated to you.
We are live at the 2012 Republican National Convention tonight, just 2 days after being officially nominated as the GOP's presidential candidate. Tonight, Mitt Romney taking the stage in Tampa to accept the nomination. WTXL, ABC 27's Greg Angel has been there all week. He is live for us tonight outside of the Tampa Bay Times Forum. And Greg, any idea what Romney is expected to talk about in his speech this evening?
Well, Mika, just like Paul Ryan last night, we expect Mitt Romney to talk about a number of issues, but really the main thing we expect him to talk about is really their main message of the Romney campaign, and that is the economy and jobs. With Mitt Romney officially the GOP's presidential candidate, it's now about shaping the message of the campaign. Here in Tampa at the Republican National Convention, it's all about the economy and jobs.
Things he touches seem to improve.
We spoke one-on-one with Romney campaign senior advisor Mark DeMoss. He says Romney is the candidate in the race for the White House with the business experience to turn things around, like he did as governor of Massachusetts and as head of the 2002 Winter Olympic Games.
We did that with an Olympic Games that was mired in scandal. About $400 million in debt, turned a $100 million profit.
And the economy could be Romney's strong point. In a recent ABC News Washington Post poll, 50% of those surveyed say they trusted Romney to handle the economy. That's 7 points ahead of President Obama. But there's the likability factor, among other things. Another ABC News Washington Post poll shows that Mitt Romney has the lowest personal popularity of any major party nominee in nearly 30 years. 51% of those surveyed rating Romney is unfavorable. DeMoss says this race, though, is about politics, not personality.
I don't want the guy next door to be our next president. I want an extraordinary leader.
Whether Mitt Romney becomes president could very well be up to several key states, including Florida. How important is Florida come November?
It's very important. Florida is very important. Every state's very important. Florida is extra important, I think.
Extra important, DeMoss says, because Florida is anything but a sure thing, so the Romney campaign certainly has their work cut out for him. But again, Mitt Romney is going to be making that sell to Americans coming up tonight here inside the Tampa Bay Times Forum. He's expected to take the stage a little bit later this evening. He's going to be introduced for his formal acceptance speech by Florida Senator Marco Rubio. We're also expected to hear tonight from former Florida Governor Jeb Bush. And of course, we will continue to follow this and have continuing coverage tonight on the news at 11. That's all it is. We're reporting live tonight in Tampa at the site of the 2012 RNC. Greg Angel, WTXL, ABC 27, dedicated to you.
And Greg, we've already gotten word of planned protests for the DNC next week. Are there any protesters out there where you are?
Well, Mika, to give you a little bit of idea about where we are, we're, a little bit outside the Tampa Bay Times Forum, but this open area is one of the designated areas for protesters. You see, there's just a couple people here, and this is really what we've been seeing for much of the week that we've been here. We've heard about several demonstrations taking place over the course of the week, groups of about 50 or so. Tampa Police Chief tells me during the entire convention, they've only made 2 arrests, so there's been several small demonstrations, but nothing out of hand. Most of them pretty peaceful, Mika.
Some 39 million people expected to tune in tonight as Governor Mitt Romney formally accepts the GOP's nomination for President of the United States. WTXL ABC 27's Greg Angel has been following the Republican National Convention all week. He joins us now live in Tampa. And Greg, campaign advisors say Romney's speech is locked in. He is ready to go. And we can expect to hear a whole lot about the economy and jobs tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Mika. Economy and jobs, that's really the one and only message that the Romney campaign has really been trying to push this week. And later tonight, when Mitt Romney takes the stage here inside of the Tampa Bay Times Forum, he's going to be really trying to build on the momentum that was created last night by his running mate, Paul Ryan. Now, last night during his speech, Paul Ryan unveiled this big number, 12 million new jobs. That is the pledge that they are committing to if they are elected come November. Now, Ryan also taking swipes at President Obama's signature health care plan, saying that if elected, they plan on repealing that health care plan. Talking to Republicans here today, including Florida's Lieutenant Governor Jennifer Carroll, they say they are very pleased with what they heard in Ryan's speech last night.
Very encouraged, because Paul Ryan came out and really laid the groundwork as to what differentiates our ticket, the Romney-Ryan ticket, than the current administration, and what we need to do to move forward. And he clearly stated what the issues are and what we plan on doing moving forward.
And certainly a big night here in Tampa for Florida. Later this evening, we're going to be hearing from former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, and it is going to be Florida Senator Marco Rubio introducing Mitt Romney here at the Tampa Bay Times Forum as he comes out and makes his formal acceptance speech for GOP's nomination for President of the United States. And we will have continuing coverage coming up tonight on WTXL News at 11. For now, reporting live in Tampa from the site of the 2012 Republican National Convention, Greg Angel, WTXL, ABC 27, dedicated to you.
Mr. Chairman and delegates, I accept your nomination for President of the United States.
Mitt Romney says a better day for America begins tonight. That is the theme as he formally accepts the GOP's nomination for President of the United States. Good evening. I'm Mika Highsmith. Thanks for joining us for WTXL ABC 27 News at 11. WTXL's Greg Angel has been covering the RNC all week. He joins us now live from outside the Tampa Bay Times Forum. And Greg, the convention coming to an end tonight. Where does the campaign go from here?
Good evening, Mika. Well, the campaign from here, they take all the momentum that they've been building here in Tampa at the convention, and they take it on the road. They've only got about 60 days left for their final push before the election in November. As we just saw a few moments ago, Mitt Romney formally accepting the GOP's nomination for President of the United States. And during his speech tonight, Mitt Romney really had 4 parts to his speech: his philosophical and worldview, his biography, his attacks on what he calls President Obama's failed policies, and his vision for the country. Of course, economy and jobs, that's been the main message that the Romney campaign has really been pushing. I talked to several campaign staffers throughout the week. They've all kind of been pretty shy about talking about any specifics of that plan, but we did hear from Romney's running mate, Paul Ryan, on Wednesday, vowing to create some 12 million new jobs if elected. Here's a little bit more sound now from Mitt Romney tonight.
Now is the moment when we can stand up and say, I'm an American. I make my destiny. We deserve better. My children deserve better. My family deserves better. My country deserves better.
And with 67 days to go until the election in November, we now turn all of our attention to North Carolina. And next week, we will be live in Charlotte for the 2012 Democratic National Convention. We will see you then. Wrapping things up here in Tampa at the site of the 2012 Republican National Convention, Greg Angel, WTXL, ABC 27, dedicated to you.